Before the plot begins, before the curtain is raised, before the leading lady has been rightfully praised, let's talk about the structure, let's discuss the verse, because the execution matters more than the purse. The modern playwright simply dashes off his prose, but I, dear friends, I measure where the meter flows. I spent a week last summer wrestling with the line to choose a proper vessel for a tale so fine. Should I use out of a rima? No, too basso profundo, too heavy for a house where all the jokes are found. Oh, the sonnets are too stuffy, all their rules are ironclad, and blank verses for tragedies, which makes the audience mad. Trouble with the trochee, stress on stress, it skips along. It sounds like silly dancing when you're writing a love song. The dactyl, a rhythm swift and bright, but it eats up all the meaning, drowning sense in rhythmic light. And the I'm, well, the I am is everywhere, it's true, but when you use the standard form, you're boring me and you. Trochee, dactyl, I am, why this fuss? Can't we just get to the plot for us? The heroine, the villain, the grand affair. We paid for drama, not a meter square. Patience, patient friends. The form informs the style. I settled on a simpler shape after a long, long trial. The story is domestic, not the siege of Troy, so I need a lighter rhythm for this little burst of joy. Yes, the theme is widows, kitchens, and some petty strife, but the mummery must rise above the everyday life. But wait, I see you yawning, I perceive your weary gaze. You skip the prologue always in these high literary ways. You don't care about the stanzas or length of any beat. You simply want a widow and a house on Kolomna Street. Forget the verse, forget the fuss, the curtain rises now. On Parashah, we're protected, bound by Mama's vow. A little house, a tiny street, where winter winds blow cold. A story simple, clean, and worth its weight in comic gold. The widow strict and nervous, counting every ruble spent. Her greatest task, to find a cook, a maid that heaven sent. And so we leave the metrics, we abandon high debate. The trochee is forgotten before it is too late. The stage is set, the lamps are lit, the drama can unfold. A simple little secret more valuable than gold. It's not the length of lines that makes a tale complete. It's two poor women seeking supper on a Kolomna Street. Attention, Miss Parasha, private visually reporting. My duty's quite clear now, my focus is sporting. You're a fortress of beauty, impregnable, grand. I'm here to lay siege with this heart in my hand.
I've faced Turks, I've faced cannons, I've marched through the mud, but nothing prepared me for you, darling bud. Your eyes are like signals from high command towers, demanding my capture in minutes, not hours. Oh, I'm mounting a full frontal awkward attack against the fair heart that you cleverly stack. Surrender, my dear, to this trooper's decree, or I'll charge with such passion you'll be forced to love me.
Vasily, I swear, if you bellow once more, the houses will think war has arrived at the door.
And that heart you are holding, just put it away. Oh, I'm mounting a full frontal awkward attack against the fair heart that you cleverly stack. Surrender, my dear, to this trooper's decree, or I'll charge with such passion you'll be forced to love me.
a sentinel guarding your fate until you agree to our marrying day.
My love for you, Parasha,
Is true and quite strong. Now march to my arms.
am I doing this wrong?
I'm mounting a full frontal awkward attack against the fair heart that you cleverly stack. Surrender, my dear, to this trooper's decree, or I'll charge with such passion you'll be forced to love me. You'll be forced to love me.
Dust the skirting, mind the rug. Parasha, child, don't just stand there. Waste of light and waste of breath when chores await and life is unfair. A farthing here, a kopeck there. The cost of living, it's a sin. If you're not saving every ruble, then how can one truly win? That threadbare shawl, now where's the mend? That oil lamp's wick, turn it down low. If we could pinch a penny from the air, my darling, we would, you know. Oh, mother, spare me from the duster, spare me from the empty talk. The sun is shining, drums are beating, I'm dying to go out for a walk. The street is filled with laughter, with bright uniforms and cheerful sound. And someone stood beneath the willow tree when yesterday I looked around. A soldier, mother, strong and handsome, with medals gleaming, gold and red. He only smiled and tipped his cap, but put the wildest notions in my head. A soldier, a handsome man, a uniform means little cash. They come, they court, they eat your supper, and then they leave you in a flash. We need a landowner, a merchant, one who owns a shop, a horse, a lease, who counts his earnings twice before he dares to purchase just a single piece. A man whose wallet has a thickness, whose expenditures are few. Now stop this dreamy-eyed nonsense, Parasha, and go fetch the stew. But what if he's a wealthy soldier? What if he's a major or a high command? He looked so kind and quite persuasive, with a sword clasped tight within his hand. Oh, let the rubles stay uncounted, let the strict accounts be swept aside. For once, let's have a happy moment where saving nothing is our guide. A pastry, tea, a simple pleasure, a small investment in a future so bright. A penny saved, my child, is a penny earned. A soldier in the house is a lesson unlearned. The cost of that pastry is the roof above our heads. Get out, young man, and send me a Now hold still, Vasily, don't you fret. You look a little green. This is the only way for us, the perfect secret scheme. Mother needs a housemaid swift, and one who's cheap and neat, and who is more devoted, dear, than my own lover sweet. Just put your shoulders back, my love, and try to look serene. We'll call you Marushka, yes, that's right, the fairest maid you've seen.
But Parasho, this corset hurts, it squeezes on my lungs. I think my legs are tangled in these dreadful ruffled things. My hands are rough, my voice is low. My beard will soon come through. If I try curtsying like a maid, my brawn will give the show. My boots were kinder than these shoes, they pinch my great big toe. If your mother looks too closely, dear, then to the barracks I must go. A little powder on your chin. My heart is beating like a drum. A giggle, not a roaring laugh. I hope my trousers aren't undone. Oh, this is foolish, mad and grand. Our love must have its way. You'll be the maid, the perfect spy, until our wedding day. We'll pass you off as plain, but loyal, quiet, unemployed. A new maid hired in Kolomna.
See, the bonnet hides your forehead and your brows a little high. You've got a sturdy build, it's true, but we will call it shy. And listen close if mother asks about your heavy tread. Say you were raised on turnips, dear, and always slept in bed. On bricks instead of feather down, it made your muscles strong. And if you see a needle, Vasily, please don't get it wrong.
I am a hussar. I can ride a horse for miles. I can face a cannonball with nary a flinch or while. But dusting shelves and scrubbing pots, that's harder than a fight. I'm certain I'll snap something fragile just from gripping tight.
I tried to braid this yellow wig, it feels like tangled hemp. I pray to God I don't sneeze loud, or else my cover's Thames.
Tempted! Don't you use words like that! Just look down at the floor. A little powder on your chin. My heart is beating like a drum. A jiggle, not a roaring laugh. I hope my trousers aren't undone. Oh, this is foolish, mad and grand. Our love must have its way. You'll be the maid, the perfect spy, until our wedding day. We'll pass you off as plain, but loyal, quiet, and employed. A new maid hired in Kolomna. Her gender slightly floyd.
What if the baker tries to flirt? What if the milkman sighs? I'll punch them in their foolish face before their very eyes.
No, you must flutter them, your lashes. You must try to look demure, or mother will dismiss you, and their future is no more. Ready, Marovska! Ready, Parasha!
Slow, don't
I'll be the best maid!
tie slip.
There comes the mistress. Wish us luck.
Mother dear, you fret so much, our kitchen staff is gone. Since poor Fedosia left us at the chilly break of dawn. But look, I found a sturdy soul, a perfect kitchen hand. She came from out beyond the river, from a distant land. Her name is Mavrusha, mother quiet, strong, and tall. She doesn't waste a single penny, she's obedient to your call. Her shoulders might be broad, it's true, her walk a little stiff, but think of all the heavy lifting, she's a true domestic gift. Please, mother, hire her, Mavrusha needs a home. somewhat rough. But goodness knows we need a maid who's practical enough. A handsome servant mother brings distraction and unrest, but Mavrusha has no time for charm. She's putting us to the test. And if you think her hands look big, or if her shoes are huge, it's only from the labor, from the toil and the deluge. She'll guard the pantry door with care. She'll tend the copper pot. She's the greatest, dearest treasure that this house has ever got. I know you trust my judgment, Mother. You know I'd never lie. This simple, humble girl is truly heaven sent from high. We'll only hear without the help. We need a friend inside the door, and I feel safer somehow than I ever did before. Give her a chance, please, only one short day to prove her worth, and happiness will blossom in our little plot of earth. My love is worth the risk. Please, Mother, hire her. Mavrusha needs a home today. She'll dust the rugs and light the fire. She'll earn her humble pay. Don't worry if her voice is low, or if she keeps her head down low. She's simply very pious. Mother just wants to make the household glow. Yes, Mother. Oh, thank goodness. I knew that you would see. Mavrusha, welcome to Kolomna. You can start right now with me. He doesn't forget how to curtsy. In Kolomna, where the bells go ding, we knelt for matings, ready to sing. Myself and daughter, Parasha dear, in velvet bonnets, banishing fear. The priest was chanting deep and slow, but thoughts refused to flow. Instead they drifted, sharp and grim, towards the maid, hired just on a whim. The new one, Marushka, stout and strange, who keeps our kitchen in disarray and rain. Oh, tea-da-dum, the holy air felt wrong. Tea-da-dum, the sermon takes too long. My soul is vexed, my spirit sinks and swirls. Marushka's an enigma, disguised in skirts and curls. Is she scrubbing the curls? Is she polishing the brass? Or is she turning my house to one great comical mess? The little house of Kolomna cries, Mother, return! There are secrets brewing and lessons to learn. She swore she could clean, she swore she could sew, she swore that her references truly did glow. But Parasha dear, did you see the way she moved like a bear in a barrel, completely ungrooved? She spilled the quaff, she shattered the jam, and wore my papa's old dressing gown, confounded sham. And that voice when she sneezed, so deep and so gruff, like a tenor tempting a high C. Quite enough! She hid when the watchman came to call, behind the great curtain, almost tripping on the wall. The choir is singing of faith and of grace, but I'm visualizing disaster back at the place. Did she use the lace doily to wipe up the coal? Did she hide all the silverware down in a hole? The scent on her jacket, though meant to be soap, smelled curiously like stale tobacco, and hope that I could just leave. Oh, the priest is still droning. I see a stray hairpin. A man's clearly owning that maid in the kitchen. This can't be postponed. The sanctity of our domestic bliss is being dethroned. Oh, tee-da-dum, the holy air felt wrong. Tee-da-dum, this sermon takes too long. My soul is vexed, my spirit sinks and swirls. Marushka's an enigma, disguised in skirts and curls. Is she scrubbing the floors? Is she polishing the brass? Or is she turning my house to one great comical mess? The little house of Kolomna cries, "Mother, return!" There are secrets brewing and lessons to learn. Parasha, stand up! Pretend you feel faint. I think I've just seen a strange smudge of fresh paint, a spiritual crisis, a sudden new dread. We've left the poor house cat alone in the shed. The Lord will forgive us, but the house won't quick run. This is a domestic emergency, dear. The service is done. We curtsy quickly, we squarry and fly. The maid is a hoax, a suspicious ally. Back to the manor, the mystery's calling. I swear that maid's boots were suspiciously tall.
The starch was rough, the corset tight, this petticoat was pain. 3 weeks I've been Mavarusha just to see my girl again. But oh, this chin, a scratchy fire. I had to take a chance, my soldier pride demanded just one look, one simple glance. I lathered up the soap, I found the mirror small and cracked. Just one quick stroke and then I'd rush the razor safely packed. Wait, was that the back door hinge? Oh, the shaving foam is freezing and the world is coming down. I saw my fate reflected right there in my tiny town. The mother's scream was deafening, a banshee on the brew. She saw the blade, she saw the man. My secret's through, it's through. My handsome face betrayed me, my masculinity exposed. Now my only thought is movement, for the main door is closed. She grabbed the nearest weapon. Was it iron? Was it wood? I tumbled backward, shouting, doing anything I could. The apron snagged, the bonnet flipped. I felt the fabric tear. I saw the hate, the pure surprise, the anger everywhere. She's chasing me around the stove. I slipped on butter grease. I hear Parasha's frightened gasp, "Lord, grant me some release." I kicked the kitchen chair away. I dodged the rolling pin. This whole charade was great for love, but lousy for the skin. The hall is blocked. The hallway is a battlefield of lace. There is no dignified retreat from this terrifying place. My only hope is open air. The windows dark and high. I'll take the dive, I'll risk the fall, or surely I will die. I scramble up the sill, my trousers catching on the edge. I think I left my uniform behind upon the window ledge. Gotta pull harder. Oh, the shaving foam is freezing and the world is coming down. I saw my fate reflected right there in my tiny town. The mother's scream was deafening, a banshee on the brew. She saw the blade, she saw the man. My secret's through, it's through. My handsome face betrayed me, my masculinity exposed. I'm running through Kolomna with my destiny composed. I'm free, but wait, I'm wearing only one boot and half my face is lathered white beneath the moon's salute. I hear her yelling curses, I can't believe what I've done. Next time I'll skip the groove.
Matryoshka! I know who you are. You're not a woman, you're a viatical scar. Get out! Clear the premises, leave my abode before I alert the whole Petersburg code. Take your boots, take your apron, your pipe, and your coat. I shall not have twinners making grow for my throat. Out! 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 You deceitful, disguised intruder!
I knew my suspicions were wise.
Mother, wait! Stop! It's not what you think. He's not an intruder. He's just on the brink of financial stability. He's not here to steal. He's here because of the love that we feel. Love? What love? What are you saying, dear child? I'm busy exploiting the man who defiled my kitchen with mustache hairs. Go back to your room, Mother! This is Vasily, my husband, my groom. We married last week, but we couldn't yet say. We needed the money to help pave our way. He couldn't find work that was stable and clean, but a maid was required, the best job he'd seen. Wait, he's not just a man dressed as a cook. He's your husband, and that's why he hid in the nook. And all the spilling and bumbling and breaking of pots was just a man trying to tie kitchen knots. Oh, I see. So the dramatic kitchen tension was just a simple domestic financial intention.
And so, dear friends, the curtain falls fast, the mystery solved, the moment has passed. The high-stakes drama, the fury, the fuss, the mother's sharp judgment was ridiculous. She thought he was spying, an agent of doom, when he was just trying to pay for a room. Oh, life in Kolomna, a comical sight, where love wears a bonnet and wrong looks like right. We spend all our hours chasing shadows and strain, when the simplest truth is as clear as the rain. A man in a skirt is no scandalous thing if he's simply providing the gold wedding ring. So here is the moral, the final refrain, the greatest of chaos, the terror, the pain, the dramatis persona that life throws at you. It's usually just two young people in love and broke to